And after 4 long years of dreaming and fantasizing, I finally get to hold my own Browning automatic rifle in my hands. This is the S&T Airsoft variant, something that I have been looking at getting for now 4 years. Now let's go over some backstory. Why? Why do I want a BAR? It's 2021. It's my last year of secondary school, and everything's going to shit. I'm miserable. Everyone fucking hates me. I'm having a lot of troubles in and outside the home. So I drown my troubles by learning about history. And one of my favourite guns looking at the Vietnam era was the rarely used Browning automatic rifle. Now, I was playing a lot of Rising Storm 2 Vietnam at this point, and I absolutely loved that game. And I would spend nights at the shooting range, because there was a shooting range in the game, using this, looking down the sights of a Browning automatic rifle at targets, practicing single shot at long range and full auto at close range, falling in love with this weapon. Chambered in 30-06, but as light as an M14, kind of. Yeah, this gun is an absolute beast, and I've wanted one ever since. And so, with luck and time and work and money, I have finally got one in my hands. And I couldn't be fucking happier. Now, I haven't done a fire test with this Airsoft one just yet, but just holding it, this thing is gorgeous. Now, my left arm is already aching from having to hold up the 5 kilos that this thing weighs, because it weighs more than an M14 and it weighs more than a real BAR by about, 600 grams? So it's around 5 kilos. The M14 is around 4, this is 5. And as you can tell with the bipod, she's front heavy. Take the bipod off? No, of course I'm not going to do that. I'm going to run it Rising Storm style, because how could I not? Now, the BAR's involvement in Vietnam, it happened. We know that it happened because we have evidence. The Marines used them, Special Forces used them, because why the fuck wouldn't you? Even the National Liberation Front used them, genuinely. And even the North Vietnamese army would use them as anti-air guns. That really goes to show the power of the BAR, that this was used to shoot down planes by the North Vietnamese army. That is how powerful the real version of this gun was. Now, I'm doing a 1965 army kit. Now, it is very, very difficult to find evidence of the army using the BAR as their squad support weapon, as it was, by issue at that point, the M60. But there is evidence of it, such as the M60 was lost in combat, or ran out of ammo, or whatever it was. Supply was short, they needed a replacement. It was anything. But all I know is that there is evidence of the US Army using BARs as their squad automatic weapon in the early days of Vietnam, and I mean the really early days of Vietnam. So that's exactly what this kit is for. Of course, I've got my World War II BAR belt to fit the massive, not used to that yet, the absolutely massive magazine chambered in 30-06, which that's a big round. And plenty of room for that. I've got a few mags on order, as this one has a capacity of 160 airsoft rounds. But in-game, I'm not going to use this as an MG. I'm not going to be laying on the floor laying down fire. I'm going to be using this as a battle rifle. The same as I would my M14. Because I take a look at the airsoft community in the modern day. All speedsofters here, let's make our guns as light as possible. You see people with M4s stripped down to a tiny little barrel. No framing, just a little skeletal frame to make it as light as possible. I think the lightest M4 that I've ever seen used by Speedsofter weighed between 800 and 900 grams. And you see them running around with their fancy thing, and they're running around and missing all of their shots and then calling you a cheater. And it makes me think, I don't want to be like them. Airsoft's too easy. My M14 is like a pistol to me now. It doesn't weigh anything. I can fling that thing around with one hand. And I want a real challenge. So that's why I'm going to be using this. Like a battle rifle. Because it can be, so it will be. It's that simple. Now, there was a story. Back to the Speedsofters. Yes, I know, this video is all over the place, but I don't really care because I'm excited. With my M14, which is on the floor, and I'm actually going to pick that up for you. my M14. Where's the mags for this? There you are. Yeah, I have them already in there. You in? It's airsoft, it's not round. Now this feels like a toy in comparison to the BAR now. This thing is so light. But this thing that I can handle like a pistol, you know, flip it round. Oh, fucking World War II slings. Flip this thing around like a pistol. And I gave this M14 to a speed softer. He almost dropped it. He was like, how do you aim this thing? It's so heavy. And it's like, dude, you're fucking 30, you've got more muscles than me, and you can't lift up the barrel of an M14 with your hand there. Absolute fucking embarrassment. So, ever since then, I've basically dedicated my airsoft career to making it as hard as possible. I'm gonna put that down and get the BAR again. And then picking this up, yep, she's heavy. Oh yes, she's heavy. So, the Browning automatic rifle, a gun that I've loved for years and years and years, that I can now finally call my own.